Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahshua, Bahashem HaKadosh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, to the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen, but are not by way of their forefathers, seeds or Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalia, and I'm from GMS Jamaica Kingston Camp. This video is about the Mark of the Beast prophecy, which is the microchip. Okay, so here's a little update regarding the brain portion of the microchip. Alright, and it says, Elon Musk says second Neuralink brain implant to give people superpowers in a week. Alright, and this is from the Hindustan Times, and other places reported this as well, apparently. Okay, 2 weeks ago, he said that he was getting ready to microchip the second person despite the major issues with the first. And so this article came out a week ago. It says, actually July 17th, today's date is the 24th, okay? Yeah, so in a week, which that week should be this week, actually. It's now Thursday, so I guess we'll see by the end of the week or by next week, okay? But when I say that this is the brain portion of the Mark of the Beast prophecy, I shall get it in Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, and it says, And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so the mark of the beast is the microchip. In verse 17, it mentions that no man might buy or sell unless you have that microchip. All right, so that's why you see the digital payment system coming in. That's why you see the moving away from cash. We're moving towards a cashless society. You have the central bank digital currencies being developed and the digital identification systems being developed, okay? And it's going to get to the point where unless you have the microchip, which that microchip will have your digital identification system tied to it, which that digital identification system will have everything about your life attached to it, from your identification to your medical records, to your financial records, to your social media, to every single thing about your life is going to be tied onto that digital identification system, and it's all going to be put onto the microchip, and that microchip is going to be that all for one use. So in order to make purchases or to conduct business, you will have to be microchipped. Okay, that's where it's going to be. So that's why it says no man might buy or sell unless you have the microchip, which is that mark of the beast. And it will be the elite of Esau, Edom, that will be doing this. The Edomites currently rule the world today, who are these so-called white people. And with each ruling class, there is, or rather, every single nation that rules, there is a ruling elite. All right. For the nation of Israel, there will be a ruling elite when Yahushua returns, which will start with Yahushua, then King David, the 12 apostles, and then the 144,000. Okay, the remaining number. So there's always a ruling class, and it is their ruling class that has formed their NWO, and at the forefront of that is this microchip. All right, so it says in their right hand or in their forehead. So the right hand, as we've seen through literal events around the world of people being microchipped and literally using the microchip for the purpose that it's intended to be used for. It's just that the prophecy has not manifested to the point where people, as it says, that no man might buy or sell, okay, unless you have that microchip. So we aren't there as yet. We also aren't there where it speaks about in Revelation chapter 3 verse 10 that hour of temptation. So the microchip exists and people do use it for the purpose it's intended to be used for, but it's not the time of the prophecy as yet, and that's what we're waiting for. So you have the forehead portion now, where we have seen over time where the forehead portion has to do with this brain microchip. And so you have Elon Musk that has come out in the past few years talking about his brain microchip and all of the miracles that this brain microchip technology can do, which is a part of biblical prophecy. Okay. And it is not only Elon Musk who is developing a brain chip kind of technology. I believe it was somewhere over in the East as well. I forget which country is also working on a brain chip technology. It is the same way how with the microchip technology that goes into the hand, you have several manufacturers of that technology. You have over there in Japan, you have the Goldex IPPO microchip implant, and then you have also I'm not entirely sure where it belongs to, but you have Impinge as well, which provides microchips, and there are other places that do as well that I simply cannot remember at this moment in time. But yeah, that's all that's going on. So the focus in this video is mainly that brain microchip, that forehead portion, and so here it is. This is how Esau Edom is advertising it, that the brain microchip will be able to give people superpowers. And before I was actually fully in the truth, right? I had woken up, but I wasn't, I wasn't there yet, right? I knew about it. But, an individual that is a part of the Freemasonry told me that one day the world will be, and this was in what, 2017. So I was informed that the world will one day, people will be microchipped and people will be have microchips in their brain, and that they will be able to do all kinds of great things with it, and there will be no need for school anymore, and that you'll be able to upload the information to the brain, so you'll be able to speak languages. You'll just have information just stored to your brain, so there's no need for school and stuff like that. So it is something that, of course, they have been planning for a very long time, and certain individuals that are part of certain organizations will be privy to such knowledge. Of course, all of this shall come to naught. Okay, as we do know that Esau Edom's NWO agenda will come to naught, as it says that in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits when he's about to fill his belly, to paraphrase, which means that it will get to a certain point that they will cause great damage. As it says in Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12, it says that the devil knoweth that he hath but a short time, so he's coming in great wrath, to paraphrase once again. So the devil is going to be coming, and we're going to be going through the time of Jacob's trouble. But it's only going to get to a certain point before Yahushua returns. And of course, the point that it shall get to is the point of the full manifestation of the mark of the beast prophecy. So it says here, Neuralink aims its device into a second human patient in a week or so, the brain computer startup's founder Elon Musk said. The company hopes to have devices in patients numbering in the high single digits by the end of the year, he said during a broadcast on social media platform X. The billionaire and several key Neuralink executives reflected on the capabilities and future possibilities of the brain chip device, like repairing paralysis and memory loss. Okay, so that is, memory loss is for some people who suffer from Alzheimer's. There is no cure for that. So it would be miraculous if it indeed does assist with that. And then, of course, you have the paraplegics, people who are paralyzed, right? Their legs are paralyzed, etc. They're claiming that they will be able to, what? The brain chip device, like repairing paralysis, repairing, i.e. curing paralysis, something that has never been done as well in this world, in this lifetime that we know it, okay, in this rulership under the Edomites as we know it. So these are considered miraculous things for this world. And I say it in this kind of way because though under this captivity under the Edomites, these things would have appeared to be miraculous, but also the time during our Roman captivity when Yahushua was there, Yahushua did many things that was miraculous, things that people didn't see, okay? But we do know that these things, the Lord can do any and everything. So for this world, speaking about this age, this current rulership, these things are in fact miraculous. All right, these things are miraculous to do. All right, because remember, of previous times as well, like when we were delivered out of Egypt, that ancient Egypt under the Hamites, we saw very miraculous things leaving Egypt. So that's why I say for this period of time, for this world. It is indeed miraculous. So the scriptures do talk about it as well. And there's a reason why I'm sticking so heavily to it, because in Revelation chapter 19 and verse 20, it says, "And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet." The false prophet is talking about the Roman Catholic Church, which is a part of the system at hand. Okay, Esau Edom system. All right, so Esau Edom is in rulership and he has his system, right? And the system is literally everything in front of you, everything around you, the way they build, the way they conduct business, the way the money is, the way the language is, just the way that you see the world being run. That is Esau's world. It's a system. And a part of that is the Roman Catholic Church and the deception that is put out by way of it. Okay? That wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. All right, so that lake of fire is talking about the destruction of America, which is Mystery Babylon the Great, as it pertains to Revelation chapter 17. America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, and those who do take the microchip, as it pertains to Revelation chapter 14, verse 9 to 10, will be destroyed. And this is for the Israelites, as only we can be saved, right? So the heathen, the prophecy doesn't matter to them, because if they're in America, if whether they take the microchip or not, they're going to be destroyed. This is for you Israelites. Now, we do know, as it pertains as well to Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8, that 2/3 shall be destroyed and 1/3 shall live of our people. So 1/3 of our people will receive salvation in America. But just needed to point out what that lake of fire is. Now, the miracles that they will do, these things that are being promised by this brain chip technology, these will be considered miracles. Okay? And to me, speaking as a man, I do believe that Esau Edom does have far more developed technology than what they do put out there into the world. So, truth be told, I wouldn't be surprised if to see that their brain chip technology really will do the things that it is their promise to do. For some people, it will seem, mind blowing or something that can't happen, but it can. Okay, and the Lord will also allow it too. Okay, if the Lord so pleases. But this is how it's being sold, and by these miracles, right? Because it says by these miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, right? Because there's a severe judgment that's coming for taking it. So many are going to be deceived. Many are going to be deceived by these miracles, because people are going to look at it and be like, wow, this is it. Because the spirit of this world, we've all grown up in this world. The spirit of this world, especially when it comes to technology, is that there is a great glorifying of the technology, the growing and evolving of the technology, and that in this world the technology is so important, right? And the way it advances and how quickly it advances, and the way that people latch onto it, right? Even think about your phone right now. Yeah, I'm under that too. The fact that we have our phones so a part of our lives and so integrated into our daily activities, it's happened to all of us, because it's manufactured to be that kind of way, that in order to live and survive really in the world, you need access to these devices and to be a part of it. So eventually it's going to come to the point where it is going to be that microchip. Okay. But yeah, man, this is all that is said. There's nothing else that needs to be really read about it, and that's what it is. We'll have to see when it comes out, the second patient with it. But the prophecy is speaking, and the prophecy is speaking very loudly. It says in Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3, it says, "The vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, it will surely come, it will not tarry." And so the vision is speaking very loudly, because the time at the end of the rulership of the Edomites is coming, which means that the rulerships of the Israelites is coming, which means that our salvation is very soon. These prophecies must come to pass, especially this mark of the beast prophecy. Okay, so yeah, man, that's just an update regarding this. We'll see what happens in the coming days, weeks, months. Y'all know what it is. So that, I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yeshua, B'Shem Kodesh, and Shalom.